Last night in Kiev was very quiet. However, the president of Ukraine warns that the Russians may resume attacks at any moment. In the east, the situation remains extremely difficult. Russian troops are moving to Donbass and towards Kharkiv. They're preparing new attacks. We're organizing more and more active defenses. The Russians fired on the Dnipropetrovsk and Poltava regions. According to the Ukrainian side, the Russians damaged more than 150 residential buildings and about 70 educational institutions since the beginning of the war. Russian propaganda continues to pretend that Moscow is not waging any war at all. I'm not sure if Ukraine, like many other small states, should retain its sovereignty after our special operation. In today's world, sovereignty is based, as we like it, on force. The Ukrainians have reported that missile attacks were also conducted from the annexed Crimea. From the Crimea, the invaders fired 3 Iskander rockets and hit a settlement in the Odessa region. Many people were injured as a result of the shelling. Yesterday, there was an attack in Russia. The fuel depot in Belgorod was fired upon. The Ukrainian side does not admit to this attack. Some specialists believe that this may be a Russian provocation aimed at escalating aggression. In the territory of the Białogard People's Republic, they understand that explosions that took place today could happen at any time in Russia. The hacking group Anonymous is continuing its offensive against Moscow. This time, their target was the Orthodox Church, which cooperates with the criminal regime. Hackers exposed 15 gigabytes of data stolen from the Orthodox wing of the Russian Orthodox Church and posted an estimated 57,500 emails via websites. Today, 7 new humanitarian corridors are planned to be open, through which the inhabitants of the Luhansk, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia oblasts are to be evacuated. The action to free the inhabitants of the destroyed Mariupol is still ongoing. There wasn't enough space. There were too many children, too many old people, just too many people. So even a decision was made to take people to the rear. It's not allowed, but everyone wanted to run away. So many people were left out because there wasn't even enough space for people to sit in the back of the truck. The Western press claims that only full support from Euro-Atlantic states can help Ukraine save its independence. For Ukraine to win the war, the West must provide it with more weapons and impose stricter sanctions on Russia. Considering the stakes, both for Ukraine and the West, the refusal of NATO countries would indicate a shameful collapse of the strategic vision. Today, the Ukrainian Prosecutor General's office said that more than 150 children have been killed and about 200 injured since the invasion began. As announced by the European Commissioner for Economic Affairs, Paolo Gentiloni, the European community is preparing further sanctions against Russia. Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki is constantly calling for the assets of Russian oligarchs cooperating with Vladimir Putin to be seized.